Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Cole, and on this episode we're going to talk about the next WWE Megastar. And as you can guess by the thumbnail, we're talking about Jade Cargill. Now, I don't know if that's going to be her name in WWE. I don't know that there's even 100% confirmation that she's going to be in WWE at this point. Rumors are she has signed with WWE. I seen just before coming out to do this video that she's already at the Performance Center in Orlando. So chances are she's going to be starting really soon. Some of the things I'm hearing is the contract is large because they expect her to be a big star. So assume that she's going to jump to the main roster either right off the bat or really soon, which I think is the best option for her, because while she's may not be as skilled in the ring as some of the talent that's there, if you want to get the most bang for your buck by quote unquote poaching her from AEW, you debut her on the main roster. That's where the most eyes are going to be. I've talked in the past how I think that she's a major star and she looks like a star, which is half the battle. Here are some of my reasons why I think she's going to be a megastar. And when I say megastar, I'm talking on the lines of John Cena or Roman Reigns or someone in the upper card like a Randy Orton. Things I see with Jade Cargill that make me think she could do this are first, her presence. She looks like a star. She carries herself like a star. To me, she also has a willingness to learn and improve. Over her time in AEW, we've seen her get better and better with every match she was in. You can literally see her week to week, match to match, improving and getting better every time. Where I think this is going to be even more while she's in WWE, and this isn't a knock on AEW, but I think they could dedicate more to help train her. People like William Regal are on the roster, and he can step in and be given Jade Cargill as a project to say, hey, we can't have you on TV because the deal you signed. We know you want to work in the Performance Center with your son. While you're there, we're going to send Jade Cargill there for 2 days a week. She's your personal training. You have full control over what she learns. You can put her in class with the other people there. You can take her one-on-one, however you see fit, which I think would be a great asset to. The other thing I think that WWE does a little bit better than AEW, and again, I'm not trying to dunk on AEW, don't get me wrong with this. I think they hide the negatives of a wrestler a little bit better than AEW does. Does that mean they always hide someone's negatives? No. But when it comes to someone that they want to be a star, or they want to give a high spotlight to, they go out of their way to present them in the best way possible. So they're not going to put her in there with someone that's going to embarrass her. They're going to put her in there with professionals, people like Bayley, people like Asuka, people like Becky Lynch, that can take her and mold her into that WWE style. To me, that's all the positives that they have for her, is all of that. The other thing that for WWE is going to be a low-key net positive of making her a star is she becomes a billboard for any disgruntled AEW talent. If you look right now, the one example we have is Cody Rhodes. A lot of people say, well, Cody Rhodes may have been inevitable. He was going to be a big star no matter what. That's fair enough, but you take someone like Jade Cargill, who was portrayed well in AEW, but I think could have been portrayed even better than she was. If she's put in a spotlight where, let's say, she wins Money in the Bank, or she wins the Women's Royal Rumble, or she gets to main event WrestleMania, do you know what that says to the other AEW talent? Talent like a Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, Britt Baker, and yes, Britt Baker's probably not going to go there because of her ties with Adam Cole. But let's say she gets disgruntled with her push, with her lack of TV time. To women like Statlander, Nightingale, Baker, they're going to look at that and they're going to go, my contract's up at whatever time it may be up. Maybe I should consider going there too. Look how they're treating Jade. And that's not just for the women, that's for the men as well. People like Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, Wardlow, even someone like Darby Allin, people that have seemed to have all of the talent in the world, all of the push at some times, only to get pushed to the back burner at other times. A guy like Darby Allin should be a main event player right now, but he's not, because they seem to keep pushing him into the background. Same thing with Hobbs. Hobbs has had several times where he's been perfectly healthy and kept off of TV. Same with Starks. Same thing with Wardlow. Wardlow had a great build going, had fantastic momentum, but then it just stopped. You can't tell me that these guys are not already thinking what I'm saying right now. They're not already thinking that WWE might be an option. And again, much like I said with Britt Baker, I don't think Darby Allin, out of those people that I mentioned, I think he would be the most loyal. He seems like, in the most positive way, how Sting was loyal to WCW, or Tommy Dreamer was loyal to ECW when they had other opportunities, or AJ Styles for a long time was loyal to TNA. He seems to have that same loyalty and that same sense of being a team player, which is a great quality, don't get me wrong. But I definitely think even him, he might consider it if he sees the point where, let's say the next 3 world champions were 2 years down the road from now, and Darby's not even in the main event picture. Does he start looking that way? Just some things to think about along with what she's going to do, and I do think she's going to excel there. I do think she's going to be an absolute star. I think she's going to be right up there with the Charlotte Flairs, with the Bianca Belairs of the WWE. I think she's going to be in the mix. She's always going to be a perennial contender. And I think this is the best possible course of action for her career. And again, not dunking on AEW. Some people it's perfect for. Samoa Joe has done wonders for his career in AEW. Adam Cole, I think, is further along in AEW than he ever would have been in WWE. But for Jade Cargill, I think WWE is the place to be. I think she's going to be a major star. I would not be surprised if we didn't see her in Fast and the Furious 14 or whatever number they're going to be on in 2 years. I've lost track of them. I've seen all the movies. They're entertaining, but I've lost track of what number they're on. She would fit perfectly in a new Mortal Kombat movie, or anything of that nature that needs a muscular, beautiful woman in the role. She would be the perfect fit. And working with Endeavor, working with Ari Emanuel, one of the biggest agents in the history of television and movies, she's going to get some of those opportunities as well. Hell, with all the different Batman movies we see, she might be a Catwoman. Just my opinion. I do think WWE has lucked out. They've struck gold with this. I think Jade Cargill is going to be a megastar. I might be wrong. If I am, let's come back to this in 3-4 years and revisit this video, see how wrong I am or how right I am. With that being said, let's go ahead and smash that like button, share the video, subscribe if you haven't. If you see where it says join, that's how you become a channel member. Becoming a channel member definitely helps me out. With that being said, let me know if you made it to the end here. Do you think Jade Cargill is going to be a bigger star in WWE than she was in AEW? Do you think she's going to fail in WWE? Do you think this is all smoke and mirrors and she's going to go back to AEW? Let me know what you think. Put it down here in the comments. With that being said, my name is George Coles, and this has been another Heel Heat video.